Following D&D campaign is rated TV-MA LSVEE. It contains strong language, sexual situations, violence, extreme nerdiness, and evil player characters. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Tasha, we're trying to be professionals here.
You have to. It's boobs. That's the professional term for it, not boobies.
Breasts.
Breasts. No, I won't sell that. I was going to tell a funny story about Liam, and I'm like, he'll watch it on the internet like 30 years from now and hate me, so I won't.
That's exactly why you tell those stories.
Exactly. Yeah.
Very true.
Oh, that's amazing. Sweet. Yep. Oh, more butts. Nice. Anyway, hello everyone. So excited to be here, to be back with Kira's Lament, our all evil crew.
That's the whole thing.
I mean, you don't have to be evil, right? But you do. I'm just kidding. Yes. Anyway, still episode 98. It's wild that it's been a while. But we are cruising right back in at episode 98. We're almost at 100, which is just beautiful. See what happens at 100. Oh gosh, I'm sure the recap did an amazing job of updating you from the last time that
not this week
we played. Oh, okay. Well, it's been kind of chaotic, but the crew safely escaped or fled the twin cities of Sandir, leaving behind chaos and an orphan army. Alf. And are now looking at what to do next. I'll give a quick little breakdown to get us into tonight's session, and then I'll let our players take it away here. Okay. The comfort of the Omega Tower knows no limits, but too much comfort can be a bad thing. Days have been passing by, one after another, in tedium. Finally, Eifa calls with good news, and any news would be a good thing at this point. Augustus shuffles across the floor in excitement as everyone rises to follow Nithcria to hear Eifa's news. As they approach a doorway and Nithcria excuses herself, our villains pour into a grand circular room adored with nautical knickknacks and old mahogany display tables and a large 40-foot wide oval window peering out into some ocean's depths. Let's join our friends now as they seat themselves in large wingback leather chairs to find out what's in store for them tonight. Here's Lament. Right. Eifa sits behind a grand desk in front of this large oval window. Come sit down, please.
I brought brownies.
Oh, lovely. Are they the special kind you made the other day? Those were magnificent.
Yes, they're the ones with eyeballs on it. There's two pieces missing. No. There's two pieces missing. Nithcria had one. I had one. They were supposed to be cupcakes, but now they're brownies, and they're pretty good. So enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you, Thaxel. I appreciate that. Now, after a preposterous amount of work and poring over data and running simulations, I've found a way, I believe, to stave off the effects of this grand collapse of the Omega Curtain. With only one of the components out of the four needed to eliminate it altogether. With this, I can perform a ritual. It will take about a day's time by myself. However, I've been unable to find this component. It should be here in this quadrant. I thought it important to share at least this news with you. Well, I'm looking for the prayer in particular. And I plan on stopping by a few more islands, but figured I would also check in with all of you and see if that came up at all in your time on the Twin Cities?
Solomon's not here. That's a praying type thing. I wasn't paying attention.
He seems to rub off on you a little bit there, Daxel. You thought about praying.
I'm glad you're back.
Hmm.
I'm so glad you're back.
Well, that did sound familiar, right? Or am I crazy?
Oh.
Have you ever heard of the Atmos Isles?
Oh, I have come across that. Yes, one of the nearby isles, I believe.
Well, the prayer did. We did hear that it possibly could be there. So
Oh. Well, that's wonderful. Yes, do you feel up to the task of retrieving it?
anything to get out of your tower. No offense, darling, but
It's quite
Yes.
all right if I could leave. I
Please.
could.
Oh,
I'd
sorry.
really-
It feels like we've been here for months at this point.
honestly,
Yeah, I'd
Yes.
really like to be on solid ground or something. I'm
Or-
really tired of being cooped up in here.
anything else, honestly.
Completely understand. Well, I will make post haste to the Atmos Isles, and alert you the moment we arrive. Oh, well, just yes, and she kind of looks at the brownie. Very well. Please, entertain yourselves. It shouldn't be more than, if I recall the maps, an hour or so. If we have enough power to cut some time off of our trip with the tower. About an hour. If there's anything you need to do to prepare, please do so.
Axel will take an eyeball off of a brownie square and then like scoop up a square and hand it over to Eifa. Please.
Oh, thank you. The nibble. Delicious and so filling. Sets it down on her desk.
Great. Thanks.
Mm.
Thanks.
Oh, that's so gross.
Be
Ugh.
sure to savor that rubbery eyeball texture. It's a
Yeah.
real surprise in there.
Yes.
Some of the eye fluid get in the brownie. Were they
Listen.
baked? Were they baked in? Did you put them on? Like,
There were like supposed to be like a cherry on top. Mythcreta liked it. It was all right. But again, they were supposed to be cupcakes. But I don't have time for that shit. So
that's so gross. Oh my-
listen, when you have nothing else to do, you learn how to bake.
Perhaps I can make it a half an hour. Yes, we can allocate some extra resources to.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Eyeball brownies. That's so ridiculous. Marcon's gonna walk back to his room.
Nice.
I could try the cupcake snacks. I just haven't made it that far.
Eifa hands it down to Augustus, those three-headed Corgi Cerberus type puppy.
They can have chocolate.
Hands it out.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, it has a tough
Whatever.
Cerberus stomach. Is there anything that you want to do beforehand, or just kind of gather your stuff and ready?
I think. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. I was thinking out loud. That's why I was like, Go ahead.
No, I
Oh.
think Harlan was gonna be ready. Gather his stuff, get set.
Okay.
We'll just grab Gussie, and put him in this little crate on her little floating box and on her floating thing, and
Okay.
we're ready to go. Get out of here.
Yes,
Marcon would get his gear together and start getting ready. Just in case we run into some trouble. Just in case we get into a little trouble.
Nice. Okay. All right. So you're all able to. I'm sorry, Harlan. What did you have? Did I don't want to. Did you have anything? Other than
No,
that,
I said, yeah, Harlan's just kind of pacing back and forth. Like he's eager to get some fresh air, step outside.
Nice.
Good sunshine.
All right. You can feel the initial lurch of the tower as it powers up and really starts beating feet over there to the Atmos Isles. I don't know if I have that image in here, but I'll share it if I do. Within a half an hour, maybe a little even faster than that even, you arrive. Eifa finds you all wherever you're waiting. We are here. I have spoken with the local port authority that has given me temporary access to the docks. So you'll actually have to head up to the top and walk off of I've pulled us right up to the dock so you can step off the balcony atop the tower onto the dock. I'm sure however much time is you need, I'm sure I can manage with a few spells, if need be. Do what you can. If you need me, you know how to contact me. You also have passage. Just pick up your passes as you enter the town. And you have a stay of at least a month, they said. So.
Absolutely. Thank you for arranging everything for us. You've been a consummate host.
Of course. Well, I do enjoy the fresh air, and best of luck to you all. I hope to see you soon, and we can hopefully slow this thing down.
Yeah, slow it down.
Farewell. And she says, "My pet's Augustus," who shakes his fur and follows you out. You've all arrived, and let me share the Atmos Isles out. As you're looking down the dock, you're having a little more of a bird's eye view of this as you're on that third one, a tier down off to the left. The Atmos Isles. It's actually an arrangement of different tiers of island grouped together by magic, stone, and some framework as well. Each tier seems to have its own little hub or part of a city. Yeah. You step out onto the dock, and just to let you... Well, I can zip you through customs if you want, or if you want to roleplay that, let me know. That's fine too, of course.
Mariel will just be trying to make her way through as quickly as possible so that we can get to what we need to do.
I don't think I think Markov's not gonna like stop. He's just gonna kind of like put the passage in their face as he's walking by and not look at them, and keep it moving.
Perfect. They don't seem to want to stop you.
Oh.
For you all look pretty rough and tough, like you can handle yourselves, and they look slightly bewitched. So they're letting you all pass pretty quickly. You flash the pass that Eifa acquired, and into the city you go. All right, I will fix this in a minute. For now, I'm gonna jump over. All right. You also got a little information packet. There are different wards here. There's a science ward, an arcane ward, a religious ward, residential ward, academic ward, a market ward, city council, which is off limits, testing ward is off limits, and then a constabulary ward that has a prison and the main guard office and all that.
Off limits?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I respect any city that has a separate research ward and magical ward. That's dedication to the advancement of the sciences.
I have to agree. Well, Harlan, which of these wards do you think we could find our friend? Or at least ask around to find our friend?
If I'm not mistaken, he's more in the underworld circles than the respected research ones.
All right. Well,
I suggest
anyone?
we look around for any of the more, what's the acceptable term for it, destitute areas of the city, perhaps? Those where the residents are more predisposed towards unsavory or illicit activities.
Oh, you're talking about the shady parts.
Indeed so. Indeed so.
All right.
So I'm just gonna.
We could probably just start at any pub, and
Yes.
that'll lead us down the path of dissidence, as Harlan so eloquently put it.
Should
go get a
we?
drink.
Yes, we could get a drink, but we are here for business, Axel. But should we find a spot to set up the mansion so we can leave our things? I mean, like Augustus, I just don't want him roaming around with us. We don't need to.
Oh, of course. We're not going to live like savages, renting rooms at establishments which charge coin.
No.
True.
Maeve, you have ruined me for the salty ends.
Good.
I don't think I can live without that comfy bed in that marble room.
I am so glad, Marcon. I'll find more ways to ruin you soon.
Thank you.
All right. So maybe we'll find a nice little spot that she thinks is fairly safe to set up the mansion.
Oh, all right. And just as a side note, I popped in Kears and just put a reminder from yesterday's post. Evie.
Ooh, got it. Okay.
Now
Alright.
we can do it any way you like. That's there in case you want to pursue it that way.
Okay, got it.
Neat.
All right. So yeah, she'll set up the mansion, cast that, put her things, put Augustus in there with some toys and
Oh, good puppy.
yes.
I guess this is
Love
thrilled.
Augustus is a good puppy.
Yeah. All right. So you set up your I'm sorry, which ward did you decide to go to set this up?
Oh, unless anyone has any other suggestions, I think maybe we keep it by the dock board for an easy exit if necessary.
Yeah.
That seems appropriate to me.
Yeah, that the outside doesn't affect us anyway, including that horrible dock smell.
Yeah.
Wait,
Fine.
we're in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
It
Why
makes
not
no
a horrible
sense.
smell? Yeah.
Yeah.
It still smells that way. It's so odd.
It's weird.
It's
Yeah.
At least from here, Marcon, we can step outside our door and see a whole bunch of sky daddies, right?
Oh, we did come up with that name before we died, didn't we?
Yes.
Oh,
You weren't there for that, so you were.
I wasn't.
Oh.
I
What were
was
you-
wanting to be included and laugh with y'all.
You weren't there dying. You guys remember that? Remember when we died?
Yeah, I know. I so thank God I didn't go with y'all then.
I think about it often.
What? Harlan?
Oh,
What?
I said I recall that quite vividly. Indeed.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, because he died too.
We got
I
eaten.
did, yes.
We got eaten by metal dogs. How embarrassing!
One bit through my jugular and separated half of my neck from my body. It was
I remember vividly getting torn apart. It was pretty gruesome.
Nice.
not my favorite experience, I must
No.
confess.
I'm
So
sorry.
they
I'm
Just
sorry.
like
Mhm.
interesting. So you would say it hurt.
Oh, it hurt a lot. Yeah, so much.
Good to
You
know.
doing all right over there, Evie?
She's muted.
Oh.
You know what? I am. No worries. Okay, I'm going to hook my arm into Evie's arm and pat her on the head and be like, just deep breaths. If you had a brownie, just let it settle a little bit. It's good.
Oh, Evie. Oh, I hope you didn't have one of those eye brownies. That's so
Listen.
nasty. Oh, she's eating
Listen.
it right now.
I know,
Oh,
she
no.
is.
There's eyeballs in that. No.
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, so
It's-
gross.
Listen, you didn't have one, sir. You wouldn't know how
don't think I-
wonderful it is.
I don't think I will. I don't think I will have one.
Do you not trust my baking?
Absolutely not. You have eyeballs in there. What kind of
And-
ingredient is that?
Eyes, man.
That's a horrible ingredient. Ugh.
So good.
Ugh.
Nice. Awesome.
Hi, Raiders.
Oh, thank you for the raid.
Holy
hello.
shit.
Welcome. Holy crap.
That's a lot of Raiders.
Nice. Welcome, guys.
Hi.
Sorry, you walked in as I was going. Sorry.
Perfect.
My bad.
Totally
Perfect.
a
All right.
big fat brownie.
Awesome. Thank you all for the
Hi.
raid. Thank you for being here.
Wow,
You just hopped
okay.
in on our All Evil PC campaign, Curious Lament. We're on episode 98. We've had a little bit of a break, so we're actually back for the first time in a good month or a month and a half or two. Very exciting. So super glad to have you here.
Wow.
And
Okay.
yeah, hope you're all doing well this evening. Okay, so whereabouts in the Dockward are you looking for a similar place, like hidden under a bridge, kind of like the last place?
Yeah, somewhere that's relatively easy to get to, relatively hidden. I just want the door to the mansion to, not stand out for sure.
Okay.
Something that we can easily like slip away and they don't necessarily know where we're going when we get to it.
Okay. Yeah, there's a number of places. It gets really tight in some of the alleyways around the buildings as a number of these were thrown up after the fact. So there's a number of really narrow alleyways you can easily toss a portal to the mansion in. All right. So you're all safely inside Mavriel's mansion. What does it look like today, Maeve?
Oh, I think it'll be about the same. She's been changing it up while we're traveling, just to try and keep the monotony down. But I think it will definitely still have the huge Feywild garden in the center with everyone's preferred rooms up to the sides. But maybe a little bit more spectacular, a little bit more grand, since they finally have made it to quote unquote land.
Okay.
Land.
Close to
adjacent. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
And we made it to life.
Yes.
Excellent. All right. So you're all in. You're getting comfortable. Augustus is shuffling about the room. You all have a little time to think on the contact that you have here and the mission at hand. What would you all like to do from here now that you're settled into the city and you've got a good lay of the land looking at the map?
Oh, well, should we start asking around?
Following
for our
D&D
contacts?
campaign
I
is
don't
rated
want to be here any longer than we have to.
TVMA-LSVEE. It contains
Yes, indeed. I believe perhaps we follow up on this. What was the name? Cartwright?
Yes, Gith, I believe her name was Gith Cartwright.
Yes, that strikes me as correct. We'll ask after this Gith Cartwright, who I believe resides in the academy here.
Mhm.
And perhaps parallel to that, we can investigate some of these less than legal dig sites that we've heard about.
Sounds fantastic. And then maybe tonight over dinner we can plan exactly what we're going to do once we've gotten this ritual underway, right? We are going to besides just save the world, we were going to try and secure our own power. So I think we just need to align on exactly what that is, yeah?
Oh, indeed.
All right. Well,
So we're just chatting.
yes. We
Oh.
want to be a united front. So that way when we tell the world if they want to be saved, they need to give us X, Y, and Z. We're not bickering in front of the world to do so.
Indeed. It's important in these sorts of business negotiations to project a front of strength and not a front of, I say one thing, you say, but weren't we supposed to ask for X? We start arguing back and forth.
Mhm.
Things continue from there.
Precisely.
So that all sounds gross and boring. So what I will do is stand quiet.
All right, but don't you want to talk to us about what you want?
Yes, before you stand quiet. Don't get me wrong. I do like the part where you stand quiet.
That is actually
During
the
the
best part
Yes, it
of
really
what
is.
you were gonna
I
do.
don't want to undersell
Such growth.
how important, how vitally important that
I can't even believe you said that. That's so
I'm
crazy.
so
I
How long
proud
am
of
have
you,
you been
Axel.
dead?
Growing.
So proud.
I
How
am
long have you
growing
been
as a
dead?
person.
Learning to bake, learning self-awareness. I'm so proud of you.
I may go so far as to say that is the most important job any of us will be doing during negotiations.
Yes.
It took y'all dying for me to grow just a little bit. What do I want? Poisons. I want poisons. Money. Land. I am queen after all. Like, why can't I just like pull that status down from the Fae and like find my own territory to like control and take over, and then have like a little alchemy station where I get to like brew poisons and shit and kill people?
This is beautiful. You've started thinking already about what it is you want out of this. Now, tonight, I think we can go over the finer details of getting you, what was it, like a 12-acre plot to equivalent your Fey one?
Yeah, that's about right. It's about, what,
Harlan,
30 square feet?
Harlan, don't insult the queen.
Do
of
not.
30 square feet.
My apologies. I meant no insult. I merely meant to be precise.
Oh, Harlan, I think it was just the conversion of plot spaces from Feywild to the material plane is all.
She is at least the queen of 12 square feet.
Mm-hmm.
At least.
30 square miles. 30 square miles.
Again, we can figure out exactly the plottage this evening.
Crestwood.
In the meantime, perhaps we should make our way to the science board?
Yes, are we all going to go? Or did some of us want to split off and talk to these diggers? Or do we, is it safe, she'll kind of look at Harlan and Marcon, is it safer to stay as a party?
You know what? I think this time around we should all go together.
All right.
Yes,
Science Academy it is.
Yeah. History states when we branch off, bad stuff tends to happen. I'd rather not die a third time.
Oh, I didn't even think that was on the table today, but all right.
When we died before, it wasn't on the table.
I can't do that again a third time for you, Marcon. So.
Oh, I'm staying dead if I die again.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, you think God Solomon really did rub off on you?
Son of a
so crazy.
No, I hate him.
I can't believe that.
All right. Well, to the Academy Award it is.
It is true, when you travel together, especially in raccoon form. Or what was it, raccoon?
Yeah, of course it was raccoon.
Everything comes up Millhouse. So,
yeah.
All right. So you all emerge from Maeve's mansion and then out through a few of these the alleyways that lead from there out onto a more mainstream flowing street, finding your way to the center of this platform, where there is a rather detailed a number of concentric rings. Each one has a different style, different type of stone, different types of shades of marble, and then leading out to cobblestone around the outermost perimeter, some 30-40 feet in width. And in the center, it looks like the what do you call it? The star of a compass, basically, inlaid in brass in the ground, with a little pedestal that looks almost like a plaque that you would read at a zoo, like, oh, what's this? But there is, oh gosh, I don't think any of you use this. There are instructions on it, written in common, and it basically just says, not instructions, but it lists all the different wards and has a place. You watch some people ahead if you put their hand on it, and then they bamf up in a beam of light.
We get to beam up.
Convenient.
Fascinating. Quite efficient. They should charge for it, though. They'd make quite a bit more that way.
How much did you charge, Harlan?
Oh, small amount, very small amount, sort of a toll almost, but that adds up when you have enough people going by.
Say like what? A few copper.
Yes, you want to. Anyway, we don't need to discuss this.
Oh yeah, sorry. Just think about
Yes,
it.
probably about 5 copper per person. That way they can continue to pay, even if they're less of, well,
By volume, that will add up.
indeed.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Okay.
shall we find where we think we might need to go?
I want to be beamed up.
All right. Well, before you touch it, and she'll press to digitate the.
Nice.
I don't want you to catch anything while you're here.
Thank
Excellent.
you.
She probably has the immune system of a god. I don't think she'll be affected by anything.
She has the immune system of a queen,
Uh-huh.
which means she needs a taste tester.
You're right.
I'm concerned.
You're right. She eats eyeballs.
Listen,
Gross.
they are a delicacy,
Yes,
and
yes.
after not having them for so many years, you just eat them until you can't eat them no more.
It's still gross.
It's so gross. You died
All
2
right.
times.
Oh, I won. I won. the argument.
You can almost hear that werewolf's growl in the corner of Vaxel's mouth.
Oops.
Excellent. All right. And Evie, are you coming along with everyone just to check in with you?
Yeah. So, I was yelling at my kids.
No worries.
It's like I know everybody on stream saw that, but
Oh,
like
you're fine.
3.5 years later, I just don't get.
No kidding.
But like, I'm just following along.
Mm.
It's finally semi-quiet, so yeah.
All right.
I'll just follow. I have no idea what's going on at this point. I
Okay.
apologize.
No worries.
If you're okay, you'll just be, arm in arm in with Baxel.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay.
Snacking on more brownies in her back pocket.
Yes.
Oh.
Nice.
She's
Just
my
to make
girl.
Mark on mad.
Oh, it's not making me mad. He's just grossed out. It's just like, oh, you're eating that. Ugh.
Please.
Yeah,
Just
she's doing it right out in the open and everything. Just like crumbs falling down her face.
God.
Little
She's
bit of
going
eyeball.
dramatic with it. She does not care how gross Daddy is.
You make me so happy.
Marcon will point out a couple of like eyeball pieces in her teeth. It's like you missed one. It's right there. Just go like that.
Here's some retina.
It's got me enough.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, some retina.
I'll be enough. Oh my god.
Oh, damn! That
my
person
gosh.
had green eyes.
Brutal.
Does that mean I can have green eyes, love?
If you eat
If
enough,
I
I
eat
heard.
them. Yeah. Nice. Beautiful. All right, so with the pedestal thing cleaned up, you're all able to bamf up, place your hand on it, and you think of which floor you're heading to, and it sends you there. So you bamf up to the I believe it was the scientific
Academy Ward?
yeah.
Science Ward?
Science ward. Okay. So you bamf up to the science ward, and you see a number of rather large, stately buildings here. Some are potentially, and they're effectively research facilities, but some operate schools of science here, trying to advance the world out of past this particular stage that it's in through the means of science. But a lot of it is arcane science. It's still leaning into that alchemical and arcane sciences. There are a number of buildings here, but the info that you got spoke rather specifically about the Atmos Science Academy, which is the lead institute here in this Isles, obviously. You see it in the distance, maybe 3 minutes worth of walking to find and enter the building. Has a huge green out front. You walk across. It's almost like a campus out here, with people studying and playing Ultimate Disc in the front. You find your way up and inside, and of course there's a clerk in there that hastily approaches and comes up to the counter. Oh, Yeah, hello. Hello! I don't recognize any of you. How may I help you?
Yes, we're looking for a dear friend of ours, Gith Cartwright.
Oh, yes, yes. Yes, I can get her for you. Please, just sit for a moment, and may I ask who's calling on her? I'm sure she'll ask.
We are.
You know what? I'll let her work it out with you then.
Eyes.
She walks out from behind the counter and goes into the building further, returning just maybe 3 or 4 minutes later. You can almost hear him a few rooms down, and you hear this other person like arguing a bit with this poor woman who just comes back out flustered. I believe that she's coming. I believe. I'm just it's time for my break. Just please stay seated. I think she'll be here soon.
You're darling. Thank you.
She kind of nods and heads elsewhere in the building. Shortly after, all right, Gith. Gith, or the woman you assume is Gith, leaves a room, comes down a hallway, and enters into this small office-like area, waiting room area, where you're all there. It's a woman, female presenting human, maybe in around 50, late 40s, early 50s. Very long, straight gray hair, dark brown eyes, really sort of a sun-worn, very dark skin, like a rough brown skin. A little on the shorter side, and looks all skin and bone. Comes out. Yes, I don't know any of you. What is it that you are you here to make a donation, perhaps? You look like you could be wealthy patrons.
Donation?
Quite the opposite, in fact.
Ew.
Oh.
We're here to make a withdrawal.
All right.
We have a mutual friend, I believe.
And that is...
And out of character really quick, we got this name from
Red. But
Red.
Of course, that's what you all called it.
Oh, it was.
Hold on, no, I got it. Hold on, I got it.
It started with a G.
Gavin.
Yep.
Gavin the street urchin. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Notes, man.
Mhm.
Nice save.
Wow, we called him Red so much, I thought that was his
I know.
He had red hair, so he
Still
ended
not
up...
convinced it's not, frankly.
Right,
Nice.
right.
He may have legally changed it.
Honestly.
Awesome. Oh, yes. Oh, you're here. Oh, of course. Oh, well, that's a shame. That's just a shame. Yes, well, but good news as well. Yes, come into my office. And she looks around to see who else is nearby. No one else is. So she calls you back down the hallway, around a couple of turns, and into an office. She lets you all pile in. It's a rather small office. Closes the door. Oh, yes, well, this is good. I don't know how much Gavin shared. I'm a former member of the Thieves Guild on Relias. We are operating here under a movement. Atmos Isles is a bit ridiculous in the way that they manage things. If you organize yourself and as a movement, you can gain legitimacy rather easily. We move under the name of the movement Freedom for Archaeologists' Rights to Solve Secrets. And with that, we have access to certain dig sites. I love that everyone's discussing that.
Is that what?
Arlen is just gonna deadpan at her and say, "It truly rolls off the tongue."
Yes, doesn't it?
Quite a mouthful.
I believe the
there-
paperwork was rushed.
Was the name decided by committee?
It does seem so, doesn't it? Awesome. Yes. Oh my gosh, that's your train of thought. Yes, but under that, we're able to go to any. There's quite a bit to be discovered on this island, which is why we moved our operations here. Something has been uncovered beneath. Have you been to the religious ward yet?
No, we've just arrived in town.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yes, there's. Oh, yes, it's not for everyone, certainly. But there's a grand site there called the Prayer. There are two magnificently large hands held up that come out of the ground in prayer. Some 80, 100 feet or so high. It's a bit of a marvel. Some people believe it to be pertaining to different religions. Others have other theories. However, it's been our mission to find out what's beneath. It's a bit difficult to do. They don't allow it on the surface, but we found a way to sneak in and begin excavating far below the surface. And in the process, we found there was a bit of a what do you call it? Oh my gosh, my brain's doing that thing. A sinkhole that fell down. We were several hundred feet down, excavating away, finding a number of things that were very, very lucrative up to that point. When a sinkhole fell through, after rappelling down the sinkhole, we found that there was an entire area that opened up with even grander goods. There was almost a map of sorts that was discovered to guide one through the treacherous area that lay beyond, through this artifact that also named the Prayer as well. The trouble is, one of our members is a bit overzealous, and ensuring that they would be needed and required and paid handsomely. They went ahead and memorized this map and then destroyed it. So there's a guide if you're wishing to head through. But they do know the area. They've led us, those that can pay anyway, to certain treasures there that have more than paid off. They do claim to know where this furthest level is, where seems that the Prayer can be found.
Wonderful. Could you point us towards this guide, perhaps?
Of course, I can put you in. I'll have to contact them first. Yeah, I would say if you wish to meet, we could do so at the Hog's Hide, down in the port district, the dock district. Say 8 o'clock. I think they frequent that anyway, but I'll ensure that they're there, that they know who you are. Gavin has already seen to my payment. You'll likely have to bargain a bit with them, but again, thus far, every one of their excursions has more than paid off for those that they guided.
And can you give us an idea of how much competition there's been getting down to this artifact?
It's been increasing a bit lately. However, the Thieves Guild does operate on sometimes you can slip some coin to get ahead of the competition, of course. But currently, even with a guide, it can be a bit dangerous. So you've arrived at a good time if you wish to get in quickly. The easy stuff has been taken. The more difficult things are what lie ahead, and there aren't many takers in that right now.
Okay, good. And if there were a competition, where would we find them in the city?
Oh, probably in the dock district, I imagine. Most seem to want to quick access to leave if they need to.
That's fair. All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Of course. Of course. I hope that this sufficiently oh my gosh, completes my the terms I set with Gavin to inform you all if you have any other requests, or for any reason your guide doesn't show up, and she's writing down their name and information right now as she says this, then please come back and let me know. They are bound by the Thieves Guild here, and need to ensure that they do what they're bound to.
Don't worry, guys. If there's any issues at all, believe me, we will follow back up.
Good. Well, here's her name, and she passes a little scratch piece of paper. The name is Lily Laughingsteel. Female presenting half-elf. And just, it's a little quick description. Short, curly, brown hair, gray eyes. And underlined is veiny white skin. Like, you can't miss her. Yeah. You know.
Anyone else? Questions for guests before we move on?
No, that clears it up for me quite well. We have contact, 8 p.m. They have memories to offer. I have ways of extracting memories from them if they demand more than a reasonable price. It seems quite straightforward.
Well,
I can also put them on the pain train if it gets to that as well.
Oh, yes. I think
Interested.
between the pain train and the memory extraction, quite covered.
Was Solomon here?
Oh, are you?
This whole thing is like totally his thing. It's gross. But no, I don't have anything else. No. No.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see your contact at 8, and if not, we'll be back to see you.
Yes.
All right. Maybe we'll turn around and get out of there.
Yeah, Markham's gonna turn around and leave.
Backs out of everyone's way and lets you all go. Like, oh, was not expecting high-level adventurers to come here. Yes. All right, you head back out into the city. It's probably already afternoon. We'll say maybe like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. 8 is when that'll go down. I already forgot the name of the inn.
Hogside.
Hogside. That sounds right. Okay, thanks.
Well, if we're going to be guided down, are we going tonight? And if we are, do we need to stop and get anything before we head into this supposedly dangerous dungeon?
Well, I think we will meet with the navigator, the asshole who burned the map and memorized it, to arrange a guided tour, so to speak, of these ruins. And, you know, we don't have to necessarily depart tonight. I think we're merely going to discuss terms, see how reasonable they seem, decide whether or not we wish to work with them or just take the information and, what was the expression again, Marcon? Put them on the pain train.
Yes, that's right. One-way ticket.
Indeed.
Pain train.
I was wondering, do we think they might be more apt to help us if we eliminate all of the competition? They know that we're the only ones that might be paying customers for a long while.
Maeve, I like the way you think.
It's brilliant. a brilliant, tactic for bargaining is to ensure your offer is the only offer.
Right.
Very
Okay,
It
so-
will be much simpler to figure out what we're doing down there when we don't have to watch our back for those greedy treasure hunter types as we do it.
It's more efficient to just take them out immediately. I agree with that 100%.
Let's do it.
Right? Are we going to take them out permanently or just pay them off and tell them not?
Ooh, permanently.
Okay.
Why not?
Maeve, we're not giving them money.
Look, we have a lot of it. I don't really care. So-
Yeah, to like use for later when we go like establish a territory or whatever. But no,
That's
Yeah.
Evie's brothel money.
that too. This girl needs a lot of catching up because she's been dead for a little bit.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. Am I right? Am I right? She's like jabbing her side. It's okay, hun. It's been a while for me too. Okay.
All right. Well, let's find them, eliminate them, and go to our meeting. Yes.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Ooh,
So excited.
Harlan, I have an idea, and hear me out.
Please.
Okay, could you fabricate like a fake flyer to get them all in one place?
Like a flyer to put up. Unfortunately, that would be a bit complicated, considering I can only make my illusions real for a short period of time. We could
Okay.
make real flyers. I could, of course, conjure up some sort of being to do the mundane busy work for us.
That
Oh.
sounds fantastic.
Yes. We could
Thank you for-
also
Getting you have the Infernal on standby. I like that.
Taxel, Evie, Marcon.
Yes.
Do you remember how you originally met me?
Yes. Oh, that's a brilliant idea. Can I get high too?
Oh,
I-
you drugged everybody except for me, of course. But you drugged
Well-
everybody.
Yes.
That is such a
why don't we
like strong word.
Yeah, why don't we get them together for a show or something? Find the tavern that they're supposed to be in, perform, get them all drugged, and then you just slaughter them all, right?
Yes. I
Well,
like that plan a lot,
Well,
actually.
but why don't you like present it as a spiritual experience? Because you're not like drugging them. You're like filling their soul with happiness.
And drugs.
Oh, I'm all right with that.
Fairy
Yeah.
dust.
And we could trap a couple of souls. Oh, it would be good fun.
You can trap. That's right. You can trap souls.
I can trap souls.
And then we could come up behind them. Oh, can I test some of these poisons? Oh, I have some of these. Oh, it's been so long since I've killed anybody else.
Harlan is just going to kind of fall back to the back of the group and whisper to Mavriel, normally I would be quite with you in terms of merely paying them instead of slaughtering, but it does seem like they need a bit of therapeutic blood sport.
I only asked the question. I'm fine either way as long as the competition is eliminated and we can make our negotiations easier.
Quite right.
Evie, you can see how our poisons work. It'll be so good. Do you want the one that we originally concocted, or do you want the second one that I concocted after you died? The first one? Okay. Oh, I'm so excited.
All right.
Nice.
Serving drinks. And they'll be like,
Can we start looking around for the probably the best pub to find all of the people that might be part of the Thieves Guild that are going to be the quote unquote competition?
Sure. I mean, the Hog's Hide is, as you ask around, without having to do investigation check. Is anyone a rogue? No one's a rogue. Okay, go ahead and do an investigation check, or if two of you were doing it, you could do independent, or one can assist.
You don't need a rogue, you have a bard.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
"Aw."
Actually, investigation I'm terrible at.
Oh, it is.
I've only got a plus
Oh.
two. Yeah.
I
Can I
have a-
assist Harlan in looking around?
Oh, yeah, I guarantee it's Harlan.
Everything else is like top single, everything at double digit plus two. God damn it.
So Harlan has a +10 to investigate, so let me just roll.
Heyo. Oh, wait. Harlan, I know you're going to do great, and I will use an inspiration to go ahead and... Mhm.
Harlan feels very, very confident in this. So he'll, with inspiration, he'll roll with advantage. Or no, I just add.
Well, you have advantage because I'm helping you, and and you get inspiration on top of it.
Okay, and what's the inspiration die again?
Oh god, it's a D12 right now, I think, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think you've maxed it. I think at 15 is when you hit the D12.
So that's 7 plus 10 from the skill and plus 10 from the inspiration, so 27.
Damn.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, you good.
That was just what Harlan needed to hear, Maeve. It just pushed him right over the edge.
Nice.
Just a boost of confidence.
Awesome. You carefully weave some illusions and to be right near people and without them knowing at all. Overhear things and otherwise blend in. You find that indeed the Hog's Hide seems to be a hotspot for the local Thieves Guild, and it's where a lot of the people doing work for them or with them tend to meet. As you've been sent there as well, it might not hurt to stake out. It's that kind of place where if you were there early or something, you might even see some other people talking to your contact.
So we haven't gone in yet. We just have figured out that's where we need to be, right?
Correct. I think. Okay.
Should we go in? When we go in, can we go in disguise? I don't want to be notorious in yet another town for at least this, right? I don't want the Thieves Guild of whatever bumhole town we're in right now after us.
Yes, thieves are incredibly obnoxious when they have
And annoying.
It's just tedium, honestly.
Yeah.
I think that's quite fine by me. I'm merely going to take some precautions to make sure that we're not fucked over, I believe is the parlance, and otherwise go in with an open heart and an open mind to whatever deals they wish to make.
Wonderful.
So I'll just she claps, and now she's Rhea. Was this fine?
Sure.
Cool.
All right, so the plan is we're going to do the stage show. We're going to drug them, and you're going to kill them all.
Poison them.
Well, you can poison yours. Archon can do whatever he's going to do, right? Harlan, your thing.
Yes.
I'm really tired of getting into fights and dying, so hopefully this gives us an edge. I need to win. We need to win.
Would you like to help me dump some of the you and Evie and I can serve drinks on the side and
So I'm gonna. Okay, so Maeve is obviously the star, right?
Obviously.
Obviously.
I can't drug people up like she can.
That's true. Harlan, what are you going to be doing? Managerial duties? I'm assuming.
That would be my preference. Of course, I can supply illusions of any sort we wish to create.
And Daxel, this is a gig. We're not hired help. We don't work at this pub.
Well, I would love to have this, points to Rhea, appear like she's working at a pub.
Then you work.
I'll just carry a tray with a picture of whatever, but it's actually
Yeah.
Harlan, you can't lock doors, can you?
No, but I can replace them with impenetrable slabs of adamantium, which cannot be opened by any means, magical or physical, for a short period of time.
Are we burning them to the ground?
Well, oh my gosh. Only after their bodies are dead. Jeez, we're gonna be inside with them.
Now, what about the owners? Are we just? Oh, all right.
I don't know. What about them?
Oh no, we're not leaving them alive, or we sinkhole in that place. I'm fine with either one.
Are these owners
Or harboring fugitives? They should go down too.
I more mean, are there anybody whose passing would be particularly mourned or investigated or avenged by some sort of criminal figure?
Because then we would have to trim the family tree if that's the case.
Hmm.
It would
You
become
can't-
this whole thing.
Yeah, you can't have people going on revenge arcs.
Well, that's why we can't be seen as ourselves, right?
Indeed. And I can,
Very
of
true.
course, take care of that, unless, Mavriel, you have something that would suit.
Oh, no, not as good as yours. I've desperately missed your skills, Harlan.
Of course, more than happy to help.
Believe me, when it was a nightmare turning them all into raccoons.
I don't believe I remember that part.
No. Yeah.
You weren't
no.
there. You were dead.
It's a long story. I'll tell you when everything is successful. I'll tell you all about the time that I turned everyone into raccoons with turtlenecks. And
Please.
yes,
You.
Exactly.
You're really cute.
I mean, it honestly was super successful, but it was a bit of a nightmare logistically. I really could have used your help.
Opposable thumbs, was that the reason?
Absolutely. Thank you. Finally.
Yes, quite right.
God, I missed
That
you.
should makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's see if we can convince them.
All right. So Maeve will describe to Harlan as best she can her mother's aesthetic. So her mother's like archfey aesthetic. She's like, I'll go in as my mother, so that way I seem even more regal and imposing than
And
normally am.
I must ask, as I'm also creating your wardrobe, so to speak, are we having any sort of theme to this show? Any sort of visual?
We wanted to feel overly fey, over fantastical. You know,
Indeed.
lots of sparkle and glitter and color and floral pieces, and we need to brighten up their day, distract them
I
before they get
love
killed.
it. I love it. To give them a false sense of security, and you don't even know what's about to happen until we.
So yeah, he'll take requests from anybody else in the party in terms of what they want or need for their stage performance look.
I mean, I can just alter self at will, and I just like go through the list of everything that I can change it to.
Ooh, are we gonna be part of Maeve's band? I quite like that.
In case you wish to be, of course.
Whatever you
What-
want.
What
And
type
you
of?
we could bless water, and then we could pass out the water, like you blessed it, but really we poisoned it.
Oh, sure, if that's what you want.
That would make sense rather than me actually working.
Quick question: Why
Yes.
would there be blessed water at this show?
Oh,
Excellent question.
You gotta walk me through that one, Thaxel.
I see where Thaxel's going, because when you first saw me, I was preaching about my preferred path of enlightenment. So I can see where we can do this as a musical act. We can do this as a, an experience. I think maybe we should just play some music. I'll get some instruments going. We'll do a little bit of a light show. We'll drop some euphoria on them.
I love
Okay.
Oh my god, we're doing a fucking rave, aren't we?
I love it.
It's a-
But is it
Everyone
a
dies.
penny whistle rave? Yeah.
Get out of here. I don't know where the penny whistle is. I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
Oh, Maeve, I got it.
Mhm.
So they'll let me. I wonder, would they attempt to take our weapons? Because if that's the case, I could be on stage security
Oh, that's fine.
just to make sure that you're safe.
That feels appropriate.
I can also, of course, disguise any of your weapons as musical instruments,
Exactly.
accoutrement, whatever you
Ooh.
desire.
So smart.
If you should wish to literally take an axe to someone's head and kill them by hitting them with what seems to their eyes to be a guitar, then
Mhm.
An actual axe to the head.
Yeah.
I like that.
love it.
Mhm.
Wait, can you make my sword an axe? I mean, a guitar.
oh yes, of course.
Then I think I'll do that. I'll pretend to play it. Maeve, you can throw the notes around, right? Make it seem like I'm playing something.
Of course, yes.
Okay,
It's not a
perfect.
problem at all.
Yeah. Then I will turn my longsword into a guitar, if you will, for the time being. That sounds like a lot of fun, actually.
I love it. And I'm so excited.
And Thaxel, your disguise? You're altering yourself, but if you wish for any clothing, of course, I can supply that.
Am I not clothed?
Or does alter self work for clothes too? Okay, then yeah, you're fine.
I mean, I can go naked if you so wish. I just don't think everyone wants to come to a show with.
No. We're wonderful.
Ooh, that is very unnecessary. You do not need to do that.
I
The offers,
can.
of course, free.
I don't know. I think she's quite beautiful in that particular form.
Qualifier, yeah.
I don't like this
awesome.
far no more.
Nice.
Yes.
All right. So, sounds like y'all have your you get your disguises ready. I'm hearing band members, instruments. Everyone's gonna have a Fae flare to their garb. And now, Thaxel, are you also doing a Fae flare to your thing, or are you looking like a server?
I have Druidcraft, so why not? Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Harlan will give everybody kind of a almost like Fae glam rock type costume, like lots of deep cuts, good hair.
Nice.
And Maeve, of course, you're dressed up like, or you're not dressed up. You look like your relative. Marcon, your sword looks like a guitar, but like a guitar with like sharp edges.
Ooh,
So it looks like it
nice.
actually could probably chop someone.
Amazing.
Nice.
Hey, glam rock. I need this art right now.
Wait, does he have
my
does he have
gosh,
like
right?
chest open blouse?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Really,
Okay.
like V almost down to your Marcon.
I like it.
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay. Amazing. Let's see. Where's my, there it is. All right, so you all get everything set. Now you're, a couple of hours early still. You've got like 2 more hours before your meeting here. Now this is the same place where your intended meeting is. But because it's so frequently used, this is where you've been pointed, frequently used by the Thieves Guild. So as if you were to peer inside, you would not see your contact in there yet.
Good. So the plan is, we go in, we start the show, they get drugged, we slaughter them, we get out, and then we arrive at 8 o'clock for our appointment and say, oh my goodness, what in earth has happened?
What
in Astral Lenore has happened, right?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And then we'll say, oh, that's funny, contact. This was all the other people that were going to go on your little tour. Looks like we're your only buyers, right?
It's lucky for us we've only just arrived in town.
Yes.
Correct.
Correct. All right. Well, that sounds like a plan to me.
Okay.
I am so excited to poison a bunch more people with my poison. You know what I should do later on is... No, I don't want to market it. And then now she's off in her own little world trying to think about poisons.
All right. So we should get this done now. We have 2 hours to get in, get out, and come back around.
Let's do it. Let's do it. She's
All right.
well, she's still looking like Rhea.
Okay. All right. So you're all prepared. You're ready. There's, a large solid wood door in the front that allows access. It is a standalone building for what it's worth, in case you're thinking of fire. It's not connected to other buildings. It does have its own little space with a small area around it to walk. You open the door, head inside. It's partially busy. It's not overrun with people currently. It's a little on the noisy side. As people, there is a fair bit of ruckus still, despite only having maybe 12 patrons right now in a bar that could probably fit, if you stuff the place full, like 24, 26, maybe double that. It's about half full. There's a bartender behind the bar, and you see 2 servers walking about collecting orders.
So I'm able to go straight up to the bartender and say, yes, we've just arrived. I hope the stage is ready for us for our performance.
Performance? I don't. Oh, you're almighty. Done up.
Yes, we were supposed to play here.
Yes.
For the first set, and then at another pub somewhere else. I'm not sure. I don't deal with the details. I'm the talent on the stage.
Sure. Yeah. You've been paid up already. Then I take it.
Oh, of course we have. I wouldn't have arrived if I hadn't already been paid, darling.
Right. Well, you can set your fancy selves up. There's a spot over there in the corner. Just clear a table or two, and have at it.
Darling, thank you. Also, could you remind me, because this tour has just been racking my brain. Can you remind me who owns this particular establishment?
Oh, well, that'd be gosh, where is it in? Oh, that's is it really? No. Harry Bickens. I own a couple of places around here, but
yes, that does ring a bell. All right, thank you so much for making it an easy transition for us.
Of course.
And she'll just kind of float over to the stage so they can start setting up.
And Harlan will follow and kind of start talking to him immediately after Maeve walks off. And he's made himself look what he thinks would be like a cool band manager, but it's a bit hello, fellow kids, like, like a backwards hat and like a jacket.
Yes. Oh, it's amazing.
So
I love it.
I'm the manager for this band, and for our safety considerations, of course, I'll need to know where all of the exits are for fire safety. Could you please show them to me?
Yeah. Right. Why not? All right. They'll head out from behind the bar, and you got your front door here, and it'll lead you back around into the kitchen to show you a rear exit from the kitchen. There's a cook in the kitchen. There's just one cook in the kitchen. It seems to be overworked right now.
No, that's so sad, and we're about to kill him.
Victoria feels bad, maybe.
I know.
Like, that cook's gonna have the time of its life before
Nice. There's the back entrance. Anything happens, probably front door's best for you, but windows, I reckon.
And of course, it seems as if the main entrance would be where most folk would be escaping from if there was some sort of disaster.
Well, yeah, I reckon that'd be the best place to leave. It's just Jordy back here knows about the back entrance now, so.
Wonderful. My thanks.
Of course.
A party on.
Reckon I will. Yes, that goes behind the bar. It's amazing.
I love it.
Yeah, he'll oh, right. And if any of y'all need to use the bathroom, that's that little room over there. It's like Ricky's door, like I can't with that little wooden bench with the hole cut in it.
I've been to those venues.
Oh my god!
Wow.
And
so gross.
With that, we'll take our bio break. Here, let me get our rave lighting on.
Whoa.
I'll work on the music.
God, I
Nice.
miss concerts. God,
I
this makes
know.
me miss them so bad.
I know.
So sad.
Ugh.
I really hope it wasn't the description of the bench that made you miss concerts.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dear God. You guys, we need
Nice.
to get May one of those things so she can cast a second higher level spell so we can have a second mansion with us when we're traveling so we don't have to go to shitty bathrooms.
Oh, 2 mansions.
Gabriel's
Anywhere we
magnificent bathrooms.
Yes, yes.
Awesome. All right. For anyone who doesn't know, we take about a 10-minute bio break, and then we will return. I'll keep the audio hot just to remind our players. For this, we keep it hot because we are.
Because we're
and
hot.
We can chat. Yep. And we'll catch you all in about 10 minutes. All right. Here we go. Shut this off. All right. Doesn't work as well, of course, with the keyed out green. I'll put these away. So I'm going to take a minute just to say thank you again, Raiders, everyone that's here. Hey, David. It's so nice to have you all. We had 2 nice, very juicy raids, so thank you. Let's see. I believe a Shattered Tabletop, I recall. And a new raid, I think it was Geekly Inc. Let me take a look here. Yeah, Geekly Inc. Thank you both so much for your raids so far. Of course, we'll just be gone for the 10 minutes or so. We'll be back up and running, but just wanted to take the time. Thank you, Shadow. For anyone that's new here, if you like what you're seeing so far, we have a ton of content. And I'll very quickly throw our schedule up just to show you while we're doing our thing. So if you're liking it, please consider giving a follow here. You can catch a bunch of our other streams here. We have a ton of D&D here this 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern time slot all across the week, 6 to 9, Saturdays as well. We get Dungeon Crafts this morning, every Tuesday, 2 to 4. It's Steph and our own Vic here. Steph's in chat, I believe. Paint minis, do tile work, and like it's an experience. It's an amazing experience. Steph draws fan art from across different campaigns that can be voted on in our Discord during her Friday show, noon to 3, Mad Art with Steph. We have Mad Bird Plays Board Games. It's on hiatus right now, but anyway, I'll put it back on our BRB screen, and I'm going to quickly check on a fresh batch of coffee. What do you think? But it's lovely having you all here, and yeah, I'll catch you shortly. Oh, no, Discord's already in chat. Cool. All right, BRB. Be right back. Oh.
Wow, I'm the first one back. Well, thank you. How is everyone? And Katie, if you're still here, I think calling us dicks is almost on point, but we are evil, so I think it's just that we're on par with our character alignment, right? David, please tell me you're in the South like I am, because I really appreciate your I want to say grammar. Sorry, I've also had wine. I can't find my words either. Steph, are you still here? I think you're still here. Steph. So funny story. Dan was like, well, I think y'all had the recap from earlier, since we've been on a hiatus. And I'm like, no, the recap this week was Thaxel having a baking show. So what I did was incorporate that into the very beginning of this episode. So Thaxel brought brownies to a meeting with Eifa and try to get Eifa to eat a brownie. She took like a bite and then fed the rest to the dog. So just letting you know it worked.
Lady said it was an appreciative. You all are dicks.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I missed you, Katie. Damned Yankee. What? It's okay. I have people up in the Northeast, so I'll let it slide this time. I've missed you more. Is it Eifa, Steph? Not Eifa. I'm never going to get it right. Just never going to get it right. Eifa, whatever. Our recaps are a delight. They are a delight. Sometimes we know our words and sometimes we don't. And yes, I'm friends with a lot of people. I think I have more online friends at this point than I do real life friends. Thank you, 2020. Yes, Steph, you said it. Goddamn delight. I'm so proud of you. David, I appreciate that. Totally appreciate that. Nice. Yeah. Thank you, pandemic. If there's one good thing that came out of all of the shit show of 2020 and the ongoing pandemic is that my online friends have been a constant. Like, yes. Same. We haven't had in real life D&D since I want to say the end of February last year, or maybe it was early March when we ended that campaign, and then the pandemic hit, and then we're like, well, fuck. David, I am in the great state of Texas. And not all of us are weird.
Yeah, Texas is a pretty big place.
It is a really big place. And although maybe most people here are weird assholes, we're not. Some of us are not as bad as what the news makes us out to be. I'm in the Panhandle, Katie, where all the flatlands and the wind live. I love the Dallas area. Uh-huh. That's also true. If I could live anywhere else in Texas, I would move down to San Antonio, or if I could afford it, Austin, like the suburbs of Austin. I couldn't live in Austin, but definitely the suburbs.
Why does it keep playing?
I don't know, but it's a good song.
Oh, you know what? I think, is it because you guys are in my party?
No, I just clicked the link in the Discord.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I have no idea. It is very dramatic, though.
That first one is ridiculous.
Listen, I'm being realistic, Katie. I don't like traffic.
I don't know. Maybe we should do that first one.
Which first one?
It's ridiculous. That Club Seamus.
Oh, I didn't click on the
second
Dreamcatcher one. Yeah,
Oh.
that's right. Yeah, that's true.
I love it.
Oh, I didn't know it was still live for Dan.
The name of
Yeah.
this Gamer Hits Volume 2.
Yeah, that's right.
Texas is a real mixed bag. I think.
Okay, Katie, you pick. I'll do that one for Katie.
Do it.
Club Seamus, just for Katie.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Okay. You guys, we're playing D&D and it's a Tuesday.
I feel so weird.
That's great.
I'm
That's
so
great.
Yeah.
I'm so happy we're back. I fucking missed y'all. Like, I would just get sad and go to bed. Not really. I would drink wine and then go to bed. So really, it doesn't differ from any other
Yeah,
time.
same difference, right?
Yay!
Sorry,
Shattered.
I'm
We're
running enough.
we're
Go ahead.
glad you're here.
Yeah, it's so nice to have you here to hang out with us. On a Tuesday night, not just Tuesday during that ridiculous show we do in the afternoons.
What is that ridiculous show?
I don't know. I don't know who approved that bullshit.
I don't understand. I'm so sad I couldn't join in like later, but I actually had a full afternoon today.
Oh, well, I mean, you know, it's okay to be productive at work.
Yeah.
We'll forgive you for that this once.
Okay. Thanks.
It's like a one-time thing, though.
It's only a one-time thing. Well, now my slots are full from 2 on my time. Thank goodness. Yeah, I just added another patient to my caseload today, so my Tuesdays are filling up.
Okay, guys, which one do I work on first? The raccoon art, the Maven her army of raccoons, or the Fae glam rock band?
Raccoons.
Tough.
Wait,
Raccoons came
Tactical
first.
turtlenecks?
yeah, with the tactical turtlenecks, yeah. Tactical
Mhm.
necks. Okay. Raccoons first. And don't worry, Marf is gonna like be visibly more buff. You're welcome. You're welcome. And you know, I'll make sure Daxel looks real pretty as a raccoon.
Oh, thanks. You could add her little scar there to keep her apart from everybody
That's
else.
right. That's right.
Yeah. Listen, Steph. I kind of like money too, like in real life. I kind of need the money. I just bought a house.
We know, Daxel. We know.
Do you? Listen, Maeve. Did you know that I bought a
You and
house?
Tassos just bought a house
Yes.
in the
me
Feywild.
In the
On the
Feywild.
property.
On our 30
30 square feet.
That
It's
was
not
so
feet.
funny.
It's miles.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Please don't downgrade it.
These
Yay! More friends in Texas.
I kind of hope you go check it out. There's a whole thing with it too. Your property.
I'm
Check it out
telling
at some
you.
point.
Telling you.
Dan,
I'm
we
gonna go
picked-
check it out.
We picked the music with the chat
Oh, nice.
for the club.
Okay.
The club music.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait. I can. Ooh, Irish dancing. Nice. Nice, Katie.
Dan, look at Zoom.
Oh.
Zoomy, zoomy, zoom.
All right. Oh, I see.
But yeah, you should do the raccoon.
The raccoon art.
Yeah, because I since it came first.
I was trying to I was thinking maybe I'll find like a movie poster, like a heist movie poster that I can recreate, but with the raccoons and Maeve.
Okay, on it. Heist movie poster.
Pandemic. Gosh, I missed so much in chat.
Sorry.
Oh, look at this. This is beautiful.
Oh my god, you can literally take Heist, the movie. Or
we could do Masterminds. That's a pretty good movie poster.
oh, what is the New York gang movie?
Gangs of New York?
Yes, do that one.
There it is.
I'm sorry.
It's gotta have the right it's gotta have the right aesthetic on the front to recreate though for Maeve and her 3 raccoons.
Oh, what about Tower Heist?
Let's see here.
Like you could be in the front and the raccoons can be like stacked.
Should we do Now You See Me?
Oh my gosh.
When they're standing amongst the cards.
Yes.
That'd be good.
Associated with that brilliant film.
Yeah, brilliant. So good.
Ooh, I would recommend this one, but Ocean's 11, but it's too like
11 of us.
money.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Now I want to watch a heist movie.
Nice.
Oh, there's a heist movie called Victoria. I missed that.
Movie night.
I don't know if we didn't hear about it. I don't know if we should be watching it.
Yeah, maybe it's unknown for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. All right, let me fix our name plates, video, and pop. What did we land on for our music?
It's called Club Seamus.
Yes. What? Oh my goodness. Pixel, Arca, Maeve. All right, it's just change.
Hey, Katie, don't make fun of me. It's been so long since I've seen that movie. That's a good movie.
I'm going to put, I know Deontay isn't back just yet, but I'm going to put us back to video.
If you must.
Deontay. All right, cool. If you.
Oh, hey! You're back!
Nice.
We're talking shit on you.
I heard the entire thing.
Nice.
Damn it.
I heard it all.
It's been so long.
Porn. Nice.
Wait, what's porn?
I was reading back in chat here.
Shit. Listen.
Mm-hmm.
God, I've missed y'all. Like, for real.
Yay.
You're back.
So I'm here about the water jewels. Oh yeah, no kidding, David, right? Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Is this a Victoria home movie? No.
Excuse me, what?
No one has heard of you.
Yeah, maybe. God, I'll do some research. I'll find out.
Oh, okay. But seriously, movie night?
Oh,
Hey-o.
a different kind of movie night. Nice.
Yeah.
There's one
Hey,
to
it's
make the
fine.
movie, and then one to several to watch it. Yeah.
Oh, Dan,
Yeah.
I think what's the name? Melissa got disconnected from Zoom.
Oh, she had to bounce after all.
Oh,
Yeah,
got it.
Mhm.
yeah.
Thank you very much, Deontay,
Yeah.
for the heads up. I appreciate it.
Oh, okay, got it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. Oh, my bad. I didn't see.
No worries. No, I'm glad you said it. And let me check and make sure I have everything set.
Okay.
After the Snyder Cut. Oh my gosh, no. All right. Anyway, back to the
Katie,
game.
what if it's a Snyder cut of my movie though?
Oh,
It would be better.
4 hours long.
It
would
still
be
better.
edgier.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank you.
Welcome to Tuesday night.
Yeah.
As we were discussing at the beginning, the original show that required a TVMA. This is from Whence
that's
They
right.
All.
Dan, are you ready for music, or do you want to wait a minute
You know
before I
what?
turn it on?
I'm ready. Because we'll
You're
jump right back
starting
in. We have you all in very face-centric garb. Oh yeah, listen to that action. Okay, I can picture you all dancing and playing music to this, like so hype, like playing in your like guitar and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the one you blow in and it does that one?
Yeah.
What? Never mind. Anyways.
Nice.
This is so ridiculous.
Oh jeez. Okay. So the mood shifts in the long tide as the mysterious crew, this mysterious band of folks has come in and set up in the corner, moving some tables and chairs aside, propping up instruments, getting ready in a little huddle to get started. As Harlan returns from the kitchen area, the man hat on backwards, giving heads nods to people as he walks by to blend in. Finding his way, Harlan, you approach your friends ready and prepared in the corner.
Harlan will just really quickly go over what he was told about the exits, and he'll say, "Listen, I'll block the main exit with aforementioned large slab of immovable adamantium. I'll make illusions covering the other two exits, but they won't actually exist, so we'll need perhaps 2 people, one behind each, to just do the whole slaughtering business to anybody who tries to exit through them."
Yes. I think we can arrange that. Perhaps Marcon can watch the other exits.
Wonderful.
And maybe Evie? We'll split the room that way?
In fact, or wherever you wish to be, I'm sure you'll find plenty of people to enter our untimely demise.
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm thinking, we're gonna use the shadow rot poison that we concocted. Yes, but it takes 3 hours for the poison to take effect. Probably not the best one to use for tonight. So how about winter paralysis? Because it's made worse by alcohol and exertion. That would be the best one.
Certainly will be plenty of both of those.
Except there's going to be what? Anyways, that's the one we're going to use. I think it'll go into effect faster. I didn't write down a time, but I made it up, so we'll just say it goes faster.
All right.
So if you see people yawning, it's starting.
Okay.
Until they get tingly feet, diarrhea, eye swelling, and then get really super tired.
So I know you love poisons, and I want to support you in this, but we have 2 hours before we have to kill everyone, get out of here, and come back and make it look like we weren't ever here. Can you just, I don't know, use a dagger?
Just do it the old-fashioned way.
We don't really have time.
Yeah.
It's such a guessing game. If it was like an instant poison, I'd be all on board, but honestly.
You're right.
Maybe that's the next thing you could work on.
Get your hands a little dirty.
Poison. Yeah, maybe an instant poison would work. Maybe something that kills faster.
I mean, I'll work on it, but it's been a while since Yeah, you're right. Okay. I have my dagger.
All right.
All right.
Mabel started druid crafting around the stage so that way it starts looking at his Fae is fucked. Just the Fae is just exploded on the stage.
Nice. Of all the things that have exploded on this stage, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and so you do in grand scope. You fay up this entire corner of the building. And you're ready to rock. Flowers bloom. These strange and mysterious, beautiful flowers grow off the walls, and ivy crawls across the back, and there's like little particles of embers that are floating around in the area. Just beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, Evie takes up her spot wherever that was.
Mm-hmm.
So if everyone's in position, Maeve will go up on stage and start playing her glass pan flute. To like Irish club music, I guess. But she'll use a combination of like thaumaturgy and like druidcraft to make sure that there's like, and prestidigitation to get like glitter and music in different parts of the room and really make it like booming before and make sure that everyone's like dancing and having a good time before she drops the euphoria spell on everyone.
Okay. All right, you do, and you kind of time some of the sway to some of the parts, other things to the music. You're rocking on your penny whistle. People have, quizzical looks at first.
She's playing her pan flute. The penny whistle was only for the orphans, you guys.
No.
Give it up. It's a pipe dream.
All right. As you were rocking on the pan flute.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And you bring this beautiful crisp tone to your pan flute that really carries the melody as everyone else adds to it with their illusory instrument. People really get pumped up. Yep, and they start, some start dancing, others are just kind of clapping and stomping their feet to the music. You've got everyone kind of riled up here. That is currently in. There's a couple people that leave early on. They're like, but there's another like 2 or 3 people that join, and then
is there any way to like drop it if I start to see people that are going to leave? Try and drop the spell.
Yeah.
Right as they're about to leave. So.
Sure thing.
6, 7, 8. Sorry, I'm trying to roll all those d8s because she's rolling it so high.
Okay.
High level.
No problem. But you see a couple seem to check the bottom of their cup. Yep, still empty. They seem to be sitting together at one of the tables. Get up and start to walk across the floor. You choose that moment to cast your spell. Marcon, how are you adding to the performance?
So while Maeve's playing her glass flute, Marcon will just kind of be in the back, just like flipping his hair back and forth, which I imagine Harlan made very big. And he's just he'll do like a deep dip,
like very
like this,
flowing,
and then like he'll like kick his hair back while he's pretending to play this guitar.
Amazing.
He's getting really into it. He knows it's fake, but he's having a great time.
Yes. Harlan, the manager. Are you doing anything in particular? Is there?
No, he's standing just off stage, kind of keeping an eye on the whole crowd, keeping track of where everyone is, and getting ready to, preparing his action rather to cast the illusion spell, illusory terrain, to make walls seem to appear in front of every exit place.
Nice. Okay, awesome. And Thaxel, what are you doing to add to the performance?
I'm looking like Rhea. So at first I'm just kind of like, and then like if the music or whatever, like the beat starts, like whatever, she's just gonna let loose, like she's like enamored with music.
Okay.
And try to make her look as ridiculous as I can.
Okay. Like Elaine and Seinfeld, or?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Because Rhea would not do that in real life.
Nice.
So, and then just like, yeah.
All right. Nice.
So I only did it at 5th level, so it's only 71 hit points. So let me know if it looks like not everyone is under the spell.
20 points through 12 people. They are all really low level because they're not adventurers. They're just some are regular people, some are rogues. I just have to check out one person in particular super quick. 71, you said?
70.
Okay. Oops. I love this music. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, yeah. The other people have much fewer hit points than I was thinking. So, yeah. One by one, it turns from, like, clapping hands and stomping feet to, like, you can see them really, this magic taking effect, like, oh, yeah! They're really, like, this music is blessing them. They're just like, oh, they turn into like complete freestyle hippies that are like right in the middle of Woodstock,
Can she go ahead and dump a fairy fire on the patrons so that everyone is a little bit easier to hit?
Absolutely.
And also they're just like, glitter the fuck out.
Yeah, it adds to the raid. The glowing, sparkling colors. Oh, they're touching themselves and each other, like,
Harlan is just made your image a kind of like a mist, like almost like a fog machine mist around the whole thing as well.
Nice.
I druidcraft stuff too, like a faint odor of flowers or whatever. Like, you gotta add some nice smells in with all the sweat.
Yeah. Yep. All right. This is. What you got, Mark?
Oh no! I was about to say, because all my magic just does damage, he's just gonna keep vibing behind me.
Nice. People are feeling that vibe, and really, everyone's elated. And Cloud 9. What would you like to do? Is everyone just really just is nosedived into this?
Maeve is just going to prepare her little silver. Actually, can she like look out into the crowd and see if she can tell, like, do any of them look like they would be higher up in the Thieves Guild? Like, she's looking for people who maybe, aren't just the common patrons.
Okay. They're out of the 12 patrons that are here. 10 appear to be just like have no skill whatsoever, just commoners. 2 of them seem to have that look of being rogue. One is still super weak, just above a commoner. The other rogue looks like they've seen a few battles, but not that strong, not that important. Either up to they don't have any really nice stuff. Typically rogues will have better gear. They don't.
Okay. All right. Well, then she'll focus on those 2. When those 2 get killed, she'll use her soul cage on both of those.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. All right. So if it's massacre time, how would you all? Is that your plan? Okay. How would you like to go about it?
Marcon's really just like scanning over the crowd.
Okay.
And then he's gonna look over he's gonna like walk behind Maeve and say, is it killing time? Because they look pretty into it.
Absolutely it is. Let me know if you need me to drop anything on the group.
Okay. Marcon's gonna hop off stage and hit the first person he sees.
Okay, nice. There are 10 of them are all grouped up, like kind of in front of the stage. They've been like vibing, and now they're going to. 2 of them are over by the bar. There's the bartender that you see as well that is also under this spell.
Oh, okay. So what Marcon's gonna do for like the first part of his turn, he's gonna just kind of like look down and is gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna try it this time. And what Marcon's gonna do is he's gonna use a necrotic shroud. So it's a racial feat of his. So what that does is everyone within 10 feet, let me see, everybody within 10 feet needs to make a DC 18 charisma saving throw, or be frightened with me until the end of my next turn. Yeah, so skeletal wings will sprout from his back, and his eyes will turn into like pools of black when this happens.
Okay. There are only 2 people that this does not affect.
Okay. So everyone else is frightened of him until the end of the next turn.
Bartender.
And then this is lasting for about a minute.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, and then that's his action. That eats up his entire action.
Oh, okay. They're having a lot of weird feelings. There's a mixture of fear and elation. Like,
just added to the vibe.
Yeah, like like they're being choked out at
and he's kind of gonna like stare down the 2 that he's gonna attack next, and then he's gonna end his turn right there.
Okay, nice, excellent. All right, anyone in particular want to go next? There isn't a turn order because they have like almost no hit points.
How big is the room?
I mean, it's maybe 23 feet by like 14 feet deep.
So I shouldn't turn into a dire wolf, you're saying, because there's no room? I think, you know what? I'm just gonna like start jamming and like making my way over to the back, like yeah. And once I'm at like the very, very back, I'm just gonna like try to like go like dance next to somebody, slowly back up and that one, and then go to the next one, like yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just okay. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right, you start splitting throats as you run through from the back forward as they're not looking back.
So good.
All right.
Yes.
Maeve, Harlan, anything you want to add to? I guess Harlan, since Maeve cast the first spell.
Yeah. So Harlan will cast animate objects. He's gonna choose 7 tiny objects. He's basically just gonna pick up like, I don't know what sort of cutlery and the situation is with that, but like any small metallic stuff on the table, maybe bottles, stuff like that. The bottles are just instantly going to shatter themselves against the tables and start going out and trying to slit throats.
Nice.
So each one of those there's 7 of them, and they each make an attack at a pretty high plus. Like I can roll them all out if you want, but
no, I'm not going to make you do
more
that.
than enough they can ever do.
These people are not equipped for this at all. Okay. I think Evie will just start quietly, like, kind of wrapping her hand around people's arms and running them through from the rear with a blade, and then like setting them down on the ground, and then up to the next. And Maeve, is there any killing you'd like to do? Anything you'd like to do for the few remaining?
She'll probably just pull out her staff of lightning and thunder, which she hardly ever uses, and give a few people a good electric whack.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you see some eyes melt out of their sockets. You see some fun zappy kind of things that go down to jumps from one person to another here and there. Awesome. Marcon, is there any like slashy thing you want to do in addition to your fear? I mean, everyone's dropping, but just want to give you a chance to.
Marcon would clean up the rest after he activates that. So like the people that are in front of him who are still alive, he'll just like stab them like very like I guess it's still like a guitar. So it looks like he's just stabbing people with the guitar.
And these people have like this mixture of like fear in the back of their eyes, but this elation on their faces too.
And he just has like his skeletal wings are out, and his eyes are like black, like pitch black, and he's just whacking away. He has a gigantic smile on his face while he's doing it.
Awesome. Yeah, that's yeah, you clean house
Yes.
as each of them are hurt. I mean, everything is a killing blow, right? They're nothing, each one is a killing blow. So as they get hit, they lose the elation and just they have last moments or just terror as they die. Now you do remember, or Harlan, you remember that there's a cook in the kitchen in the back. They can't get out because you did your thing with the walls. But there's still one person standing in here that's been out of sight in the kitchen in the back.
Yeah.
Is he the
Harlan-
only one that knows?
Oh,
Sorry.
I was going to say Harlan isn't going to do anything against him particularly. He comes
Okay.
out, he might get caught in one of the slicing objects, but yeah.
Okay. All right, the dust settles. The person in the kitchen does not come out. They might not even know if the music is audible regardless. Was it only the pan flute making the music, or is it?
Well, no,
Okay.
she was using like thaumaturgy and stuff to
Right.
like amp it up. Yeah. So,
Okay.
I mean,
So
they might know that there's a rave going on, but I don't know if they.
yeah, nope. They're just cooking in the kitchen. They do not come out. There's a rave going on. That's all they know.
My God, it's just one of those classic movie scenes where like the cook has their headphones in and they're doing their own thing while there's like a murder.
It really is.
Chopping vegetables.
His body goes through by the pass through.
Yeah, they just like are totally oblivious. Absolutely.
Nice. All right, the bodies have hit the floor. Everyone in here is dead, incling
That's the
the
song we
partner.
should have played.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Well,
Switch it
you
up.
Bodies. Okay.
Licensing.
That's what it just turned into at the end.
It did.
The other music just abruptly cuts.
That's what the chef is listening to for sure. They're
Yeah.
like, okay, what would you? Oh no.
I'm sorry. Steph put a message in our chat.
Stephanie.
Sorry, she broke me. I'll mute.
Oh my goodness. All right. What would y'all like to do? Bodies have hit the floor. Dust is settled.
Harlan will just take stock, see if there's anybody still kind of twitching on the bottom, in which case one of the broken bottles will just kind of stab into their back real quick.
Nice. Yeah. Anyone that still has that is you get.
Marcon's form will return. Like he'll kind of like quell it down, and he'll be like, "Oh, that felt really good." And then he's gonna start stabbing bodies that he sees on the ground, kind of like double tap, just to make sure.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll start reverse druid crafting everything, so any trace of them being there is gone.
Oh damn! Nice.
Okay. Can I reverse druid craft? I can druid craft, so I can help if that's something you need.
Okay.
Yeah, just trying to clean up the mess.
All right.
Sweet.
All right. You eliminate any evidence that can be gathered by CSI of this Atmos Isles, and the place is squeaky clean. What do you want to do, like with the bodies?
We could just leave them here.
I mean, they could be a warning. Does any of this look?
Yeah.
Let's think this through, right, Harlan? There's magic to talk to them. Are we going to get traced back to this? Do we need to burn them?
I rather thought the reason you wanted to dress up as your relative was so that they might be blamed. A Fae-themed attack happening with her present. Perhaps she's trying to get at you. Perhaps she's fucking around with the mortal plane.
Yes.
Mm-hmm,
I just wanted to make sure that we weren't worried about our disguises being seen through. But if we're not, then this is a good sort of warning, right, to our new contacts that there won't be any competition.
Exactly right.
All right. I say we leave them then, yeah?
Yeah. I guess we go around a few corners, change our forms, and go home.
Sounds fair to me.
All right. The illusion fades from the walls and the door reappears. You've successfully cleaned everything up. And where do you want to head? Back to anywhere in particular, or you just want to leave and come back in an hour and a half?
How far are we from the mansion?
Not far, maybe 15, maybe only like 8 minutes or so from here.
Do we think we can make like a roundabout way back to the mansion so that way no one sees us coming from that direction?
Yeah, there's a lot of these little back alleys and loop around here for sure.
I like to stay in my altered form until we get to where we're headed.
But Taxel, no, you need to change so that you aren't seen with us in our unaltered forms.
What?
We're dropping our forms so we're not seen
right now.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I
That's okay.
misunderstood.
That's okay.
Misunderstood.
I just don't want anyone else following us like that other stupid fucking city.
Indeed.
That's
Exactly right.
That
I
was
hate that city.
quite an annoyance. I don't want to deal with it.
No.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so she's back to Paxel.
Perfect. All right. When we get into the mansion, I do think we'll need to do the negotiations tonight, but not necessarily go out on our excursion. That did take quite a few spells, and it was worth it for me. I was able to trap a couple of souls, but I won't be able to do anything high level for a little while until I've rested. So if our contact wants to go out tonight, that's not negotiable. We need to go out in the morning.
Oh, quite agreed.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Exhausting to animate all those things and all the
course.
stabbings. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I only need a 4-hour meditation, but I know that you'll probably need more sleep than that, Harlan.
I wouldn't mind it, yes.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I guess until then, a nice glass of wine.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it in the mansion.
Right.
Last time we went out drinking.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, didn't end well. I think I'll stay in this time.
Yeah, y'all shouldn't do that without me, by the way. I could have helped y'all avoid that whole situation.
But you decided to stay back.
You know what?
Avoid or
Persuaded y'all not to do dumb shit.
You did not.
What?
like all three.
I recall that interaction going.
You did not.
Mhm.
I don't
I did. Listen, it
characterize
has been
events
6
I remember. I think I remember. You're like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then you like look down at your nails. You didn't even look up that ass.
Well, I was working on painting them and also working on my poisons to help take down that city, which we did successfully.
You want to
by
know
the
what
way.
that is, Daxel? That's not
What?
convincing us not to go.
Well, if Tasha was here that night, that's the way it probably
All
died
right,
too.
all right. Yeah, she probably would have died too. It really would be the main show.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
I missed y'all so much.
Nice. All right. So yeah, let's see. You're using the roundabout ways to go back. Just go ahead. I guess everyone roll a stealth check with advantage because you know you're going to use all these back cutsy things.
Mm. Mm.
Mm.
Mm.
Mm.
Well.
What do we got, Game?
14.
12,
5.
14, 5. Okay.
Wow.
5.
23.
23. Nice. Axel?
Sorry, what?
Stealth check, if you would.
Yes,
With
I can do that.
advantage.
I can
Evie
do
got
that.
a
I
natural
did it.
20. So.
Oh, wait. Oh, advantage. I'm sorry. I forgot about the advantage. I'm
Oh,
so
no problem.
sorry.
No worries.
Nat
Okay.
20.
Okay.
Oh.
So 28.
Even with advantage, which is just regular for me because I have stealth at disadvantage.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah, it was a 5.
Sorry. Mine was. I now roll a 15, so it's 21. So
Okay.
it's a lot better.
Nice.
He's really bad at stealth.
It's okay.
Awesome.
I got a nat 20, so it's all good, y'all.
Sweet. Yeah, Evie got
Wait,
a nat
don't you have pass
22.
without a trace?
Oh, yeah. You trying to not leave a trace? Because that eliminates
Pass without-
footsteps
pass without
and
a trace.
everything. There's no trace if you go.
You can do that, right?
Oh, fuck me. All right.
Evie, of course, says something like, maybe later, love. But for now, let's get us home.
Oh, no.
On brand.
Oh, it's so good. All right, I cast Pass Without a Trace. So mine is now a 38.
Okay.
If we're using the same rules.
Yep.
Oh, I'm a 15 if we're using the same.
Yeah,
31,
same
yeah.
rolls. Yeah. So 33 then for Harlan, and everyone. It's really excellent rolls all around. There really isn't much of anyone looking out for any of you. So, you very safely. You feel very confident that you've made it home safe and sound, especially with Pass Without Trace, eliminating any footsteps, any signs that you walk through. You find your way back to the Maeve's magnificent mansion. You've returned safely. After your last person shuts the door, what would you like to do? About an hour and a half before your meeting.
Just drink wine, right? Unless.
Yes.
Well, wait. I guess there's a question, and I know Evie's a little out of it. I know she needs to relax a little bit, so I don't know if this is the right time to talk about it. Yeah. But do we, when we get our hands on that artifact, are we immediately going back to Effie? And if we are, then we need to decide exactly what we're doing. Or are we bringing it back here? Or what? I just need to know what the plan is.
Of course.
And we come back here to rest and then go bring it to her. Or just bring it to her. Who cares? I don't know.
No. I mean, if we plan on acquiring the artifact and then resting before we go to Effie, then that'll give us time to decide amongst ourselves exactly what we want as ransom for the item.
That's
right?
Not a bad idea,
And-
especially when Evie's feeling a little better.
Mm-hmm.
And who we want to ransom this to, of course. There's
Exactly.
several different governments, I'm sure, would pay top dollar to survive, continue existing, so on and so forth.
Yes, actually, that's a good point, Harlan. Perhaps it's a mass offer, and we tell these different governments, look, if you want to end up on top, you need to tell us exactly what it is you're willing to pay. And we know what our price is.
Quite.
I have one question.
Yes.
How are we gonna convince them of that? Like, what's the thing that's going to, help them move? Because our word is one thing, but I feel like if we're gonna move entire governments, we need some kind of proof as to what will happen.
Well, they have all, I would assume, know about what happened to Bosrel and that entire quadrant, correct?
Yes and no. Think about how the worlds are separated by this curtain.
Yes, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. What do you think, Harlan? I just feel like this kind of news, at least maybe the layman doesn't understand exactly what's happening in the other quadrants, but I sure believe that those who are in charge are very much aware of what's going on.
Yeah, Dan, I mean, like, what would our understanding be of that? Do we think that people in the high echelons would know about this crisis?
Yeah.
Or is it just an Omega Tower thing?
Let's see. Because there were escape routes to the Feywild made, I'm pretty confident, while it's not easy to go there and kind of come out elsewhere in the world, news would have traveled for sure. There are other important information, other information brokers that have gotten their hands on this information, so it's spread about, for sure.
Okay.
Enough with the people in the know. Plus, regardless of what you do, I think you'd all be aware too. Like, I guess you wouldn't be aware of that yet. You'll have extra.
Continue.
You'll just have extra bargaining chips as things unfold.
Because I'm all for ransoming this off. It's just, if I'm a government, my entire country is not going to hang on the word of someone.
Sure. I don't think
even a group of people.
I don't think we ransom off the artifact itself. I think we ransom off our services of performing this ritual, and we'll secure half payment beforehand and half when the world is saved. Of course, we don't have to tell them the world is saved until after we've carved out our own portion of it, right?
Quite right. Makes perfect sense to me.
Okay. Yeah. It was just something I was thinking about.
Of course. No,
What would move a nation to listen to us? But that makes
Absolutely.
sense.
I can be very persuasive when I need to be.
All right. So I guess we rest up now.
Yes.
We'll rest for a little bit, meet our contact, take the evening, and then go out on our excursion.
All right. We meet them in a few hours. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna retire to my room for a little while and sip on some of this delicious mansion wine. I'll be back. He's gonna go
Mansion
off.
wine. I love it. That's amazing.
Yes.
Like a house wine.
Yeah.
You're in some little restaurant in Italy. It's just the house wine, the table wine that they have there.
So we have like a wine dispenser in our room that's like a water faucet.
Sure. Absolutely.
Indoor plumbing
Absolutely.
strictly for wine. Yeah,
Yeah, for
other booze.
Yeah.
I love it.
Awesome.
Okay, yes, I'll be in my room doing the same.
All right. So you all spend the next hour and a half here in the mansion, getting prepared. It's about an 8-minute walk back over. Time moves on. You're ready to go meet your guide for this excursion and figure out, strike a deal to be brought down to get the prayer. If you're all doing so, then you navigate through the back alleys as you leave the mansion. You come back by. You see, of course, some a handful of the local constabulary force, and a small crowd outside of the Hogside. As you hear people murmuring in the crowd, "Oh, I can't die. They're all dead. Everyone except the cook. I can't believe it. This is over a dozen people." And others, just highly dramatic gossips in the crowd.
Do we see our contact anywhere amongst the crowd?
Yeah, make a quick perception check.
Sure.
I don't know why I bother asking me for perception checks, but
Not my best. It's only a 22.
shut
up. I'll be a 22.
It's only a 30.
I will burn this die.
Fuck you.
All right. You look around. The note on Veiny White Skin definitely paid off. There's a female presenting half-elf in her early 30s with the cropped curly brown hair, gray eyes, and that white, highly vascular. Again, standing about 5'4", looking around the crowd sort of in a very cool manner. Just she's scanning, she's looking around her contacts and figuring out what happened.
Can Maeve sort of like float walk up behind her and put her hand on Lily's elbow and say, "Perhaps we need to find a drink elsewhere."
Oh, great. Of course. Let's. I'm glad you found your way here. Let's get that drink. I know just the perfect place.
We'll follow you then.
Right. And you head around a little bit to it's effectively a tavern, but there's no sign out front. Inside, it looks more like a home that's been sort of transitioned into, that has a bar in this main room, transitioned into a tavern. You enter, there's no one else there, it's just them. They walk behind the bar and allow everyone to pile in. It's a smaller space, maybe like 14 feet by like 8 feet deep in this room. Wider side to side. There's a stairwell that goes up to a higher level of this little house. This is on the corner of a lot with a bunch of other houses here as well. Hey, it's a pleasure to meet you. Garskith told me you'd be coming. Shame about the Hog's Hide. I was hoping to get you a proper drink, but these will have to do.
Yes, did you hear anything about what happened there?
Just a slaughter of some kind. We lost a person or two from the guild, but who knows? There's something about fey creatures or something. I think they found a bunch of or druid. There's a lot of Wait, did you take down all of the
Yeah,
flowers and
she
stuff?
reversed. Yeah, she reversed straight
Okay.
crafted everything. Yeah.
No, just clean job. I imagine that someone probably had a hit out on them, and they just cleaned house just to cover their tracks as to who their mark was.
Oh, that's so
Ew.
sad. Who would
Yeah.
do that?
It is, but hey, that's the way of things sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Fortunately, in this business, I think you're right.
He sets down some little glasses, half pint glasses for everyone to pick them. Fine ale. It's not the best, but it's not bad at all, and pours it out for each of you. So, as you probably know, well, my name's Lily, and I've guided 8 successful missions down in the area you're looking to traverse. I'm the only one that knows the way through, or the safest route through. And well, it sounds like you're looking to go for the grand prize. So you know that's gonna cost a bit to get down there safely. But I'll get you there. Hey.
It could cost you a bit. How many other groups are looking to go that far?
Well, there's 3 others currently. Looking to go that way.
Dan, is she lying?
Yeah, I mean, she can't possibly do your role, so yeah. It looks like you get the hint of disappointment, in that she probably just lost the majority, if not all, of her other prospective clients. Instead, murder.
So you're still popular even after such a loss. Interesting.
It's a shame, but what you're looking to get is of course very rare and highly profitable. You're looking to sell that.
Maeve will send a message to Harlan and say she's lying through her teeth. She's lost everyone for it.
Yes.
We were
I
successful.
think in the interest of making, can I send thing back?
Yeah, you can send a message back. Yeah,
You may respond to this message.
you may reply.
I think in the interest of conducting a quick negotiation, perhaps we speak quite frankly.
So allowed to say, I agree. Harlan, do you want to lay out our terms for her?
Of course. And Harlan will kind of step into the conversation as well and give what he views as a polite smile, but is probably pretty cold. Pleasure to meet you. My name is Harlan Aldrich. Now, we have quite a vested interest in this artifact, and as such, well, due to the quite unfortunate passing of all other bidders for your services, as I understand it, we're prepared to make a very, for the circumstances, generous offer. Of course, if you wish to play coy or run circles, we can find other ways of solving our problem, as we have before.
No, if you've done your homework, I can't argue with that. So great, my other betters died in there. There'll be more, I'm sure. But right, let me hear your offer.
We're prepared to offer, I think 500 gold would be more than sufficient.
Oh, here's the thing. That's it's a bit shy of what I usually ask. Now, I can lower my price It's a rather dangerous place we're talking about here. I'll say 500 up front. 300 after.
Is the message spell? It's a one-time thing, right?
It's a one-time thing, but immediately Maeve will definitely send a message like, fuck that. I'd rather give her nothing than more.
I fear I've misspoken somehow. I meant to communicate that we would make you an offer. You would say yes or no, and then we would decide where to proceed from there. You seem to be laboring under the misconception that there's some sort of barter process here. I don't particularly enjoy bartering. I think it's far simpler to outline what you're willing to pay and present that opportunity to your business partner. Now, would you like to have 500 gold, or would you like for us to find another way of acquiring this artifact?
Make an intimidation check with advantage, as you really come in here and just kind of knocked all our pegs down.
Okay, that's pretty decent. That's a 15?
Okay. Oh, gosh. Takes a glance around. Realizes how cornered she is in this building. Well, I suppose that's that then. Right, 500 gold sounds fine. I'm an excellent guide, and but I can't do much in the way of battle or fighting, so I don't think I stand much of a chance against you. And
just know if you perish on this trip, we will bring you back because we need the guide through the entire thing.
Indeed.
So.
Her eyes widen a little at your capacity as adventurous. Right? Well, then maybe it's you're good folks to know.
Oh, I'm sorry. You won't be living through it. You'll merely be a corpse at our disposal.
A sort of a ghost inside of a jar. It's not a fun existence, I'm told.
No.
It is some manner of existence, though.
Yeah.
Probably for eternity, to be honest. So try not to die.
Your body will be of some use, though. We'll use it to hold our bags and, carry its various things. Your soul won't be in it, though.
Do you want a brownie? You look a little startled there.
All right, not very hungry at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Right, well, I'll do my best to stay alive then, but it is
Smart
rather
goal.
dangerous.
It's a good idea.
I hope you'll be able to look out for me a bit as we go through. Right, well, off to work then. Hi. When are you looking to head in?
First thing in the morning.
Oh, that sounds quite wonderful.
That won't be a problem for you, right, dear?
Oh no, that'd be grand. It's, where should we
Perfect.
meet?
You tell us. You're the one that's running the show, aren't you?
Hi. Well, I have an inn. You'll have to go up to the religious ward, and you'll go into the there's 6 grand churches there. Head into the church of Oran, and I'll be in the waiting room inside, and we have a sort of an inn. If you're looking to wear a disguise and not be seen or anything, that's the time to do it as we go through the church. But they'll let us in. We'll head back to the crypt. We've knocked out a wall there, and that's how we've gained access below the praying arms.
Tell us exactly, as far as you've gone, what do we need to prepare for? What do we need to bring along? What do we need to protect ourselves against?
Oh, well, I imagine not much. But make sure that you have torches or an ability to cast light if you can't see. Repellent equipment. There's a bit of a drop at one point to get down there. It's about we've excavated out safely. About I'm gonna say about 500 feet down. And that's where that sinkhole fell through. Another about an 800-foot drop. We have the ropes and everything else, but if you're not familiar with rappelling, then you might want to make yourself familiar before morning. From there, well, the rest is trade secrets and such. But there's some creatures there that might be a wee bit, perhaps not dangerous for you.
Lily,
What kind?
trade secrets? Really? Do you want to come out of this alive or not? You're not a fighter, are you?
I'm not a fighter, no, but if I tell you everything that's there, what use? I'll go straight into this. Well, you either kill me or make me one of your undead things if I just share all my secrets, right? So.
No. It's far easier to work with the living. We want to know everything that we can to prepare because, frankly, and I mean this as no insult, merely an observation, if anyone's going to die, it's going to be you.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So if you tell us what you know, then you will be the one to help guide us through the rest.
Precisely right.
Well, dress light. It's very hot down there. There's a lot of ash and such that has built up on the grounds of the caves that we'll be navigating once we descend. There are, if you're not good swimmers, bring something to make sure that you can hold your breath for a bit. There's an area or two that involves water, hot water,
Got
so
it.
again, be careful. I think that's about as far as I've traveled. There have been some minor creatures that came about. There was some type of fire lizard, but there were 2 of them, but they've been dispatched. I don't know if there's any more. I can't say that there were too many critters down there. There isn't much animal life down there. Even plant life. There's some vents, natural vents that vent out some of that ash and dust and air. Hot air into the different tunnels at some seemingly like a random pattern. And there's some plant life, some beautiful sanguine plants that grow around the vents, but nowhere else. I think that covers about... if you don't like getting your shoes muddy, then then bring some waders. The very first part after you descend is like a murky area. It's only a foot or 2 deep, but you have to wade through it to get to the other side, back on the solid ground to go where we're going.
All right.
I've made it about a third of the way through so far in my excursions. This will be the furthest. This will be, according to the map, all the way down. So.
No, it's not so hard.
No, I suppose not. I'll have to keep that in mind for the future as we work together.
Mm-hmm.
People don't pay if they don't come out. Just one businesswoman to another.
Right.
All right, well, there's nothing else.
That's everything.
Cool.
Then we'll meet you at this Orin temple.
Perfect. I'll be there by 8 in the morning, but make your way when you're ready. I'll stay till noon.
Huh. That sounds good to me. Anyone else?
Daxel will dig in her bag, pull out a brownie square. There you go. And then she walks out. She needs to get rid of these brownies.
These are all stale. What? Sets it back down the counter. All right. Are you all heading out then, back to the mansion? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Is there anything you want to role play tonight, or do you want me to advance time to you heading over to the church in the morning? Or would you all like to put a pin?
I think Maeve just wants to talk about what we're gonna go against, so that way we can prepare our
Yeah.
spells and things. Yeah.
Okay.
That
Make
was
sure we don't need to pick anything up. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mhm,
As you
mhm.
return to Maeve's magnificent mansion in the back alley there, and get nestled in, Evie's there with 2 bottles that are empty and one is half gone. She pours herself another glass.
Oh, girl.
Oh, you finally made it back. Come on, love.
I'm gonna
Have a
find
drink.
you-
Have a drink.
I'm gonna find you a brothel.
Ooh, now we're talking.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah.
Let's see if they have one that can handle me here.
Yeah.
She takes the bottle
I
of
think-
wine.
I think you need to let some stress out, honey.
Nice, nice. Let me hear what did y'all say there, love? What did we find? What did we find out? Man, I cannot get her thing.
Well, we found out we're going to head out in the morning. She's only going about a third of the way through. She's a little bit difficult. We need to find a way to be able to either fly or rappel, deal with heat, ash on the ground, which I was wondering, are we worried about the ash on the ground because things can track us, or it's just going to be dusty and gross?
Both very valid concerns.
And we have to be able to swim, and there were fire lizards down there, which are dispatched, but that might give us an idea of what we're going to come up against.
I have gust.
Oh,
I'm just saying, I'm
I get
offering
it.
it.
Yes, yeah.
The water breathing, I can prepare in the morning.
Good. Do we have a way to fly? I mean, I believe I have feather fall if we
I
fall
can
off of
make
it.
some of us fly.
Okay.
Reasonably,
thing-
I could make probably 4 of us fly. It would
The only thing
take
that I
quite
could do
a bit
is
to all
hit
fly.
things hard.
Oh,
That's about it.
I can cast fly. I can also polymorph us if,
I can also polymorph as well
we can also,
if I need to prepare it.
yeah.
I mean, I would rather not use one of my wild shapes, but if I have to, I will.
No. Save that for if we get into a fight, I think.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, so we've got the water, we've got
Mhm.
the flying, the heat. How are we going to handle the heat? Do we need to have someone run out and get us some potions that help protect us?
Yeah, some sort of resistance to fire.
I can wind walk us.
Oh, we could just wind walk.
Because
I mean, it
it's
was.
or resistant to damage. Well, that's not magical weapons.
Oh, so we'll still deal with the heat.
Probably.
But
It's
we
just
move-
weird because we're clouds. We're fucking clouds.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Damn, we are fucking clouds.
They just like go through one another and
Yeah.
like it doesn't. That's the only thing it says. We're wisps of clouds that just has resistance to damage from non-magical
Mhm.
weapons.
Mhm.
That is
Oh.
it.
We can move quickly. That's what we learned when we became raccoons, right?
Mhm.
It's really fast, like 300 feet
Oh God.
per
Yeah.
We just,
round or
like-
something. Yeah.
We could zip through quite a bit of it, but we still might deal with more heat at the end. So it might still be worth getting some sort of resistance to
Yeah.
the heat. But that's a great. Come prepared, I think.
Mhm.
Wait, how long does that last?
Which one?
Your
The water
cloud.
breathing? The
Your cloud.
clouds.
Mhm.
Let me just pull it back up. 8 hours.
Oh, okay. So you would have to cast it in the morning.
And then we could revert back and forth, but it would take a minute to revert back down and a minute to revert back. And
What about water breathing?
oh, wind walk is not concentration, by the way.
Yeah, that's great.
When
Oh.
water breathing is still not concentration. It'll last 24 hours.
So shouldn't you cast that tonight? So that way you don't have to worry about using that spell tomorrow.
Maybe. Yeah. We can. For 10 creatures. But isn't our guy going to need to breathe too? Or is she not going to be there at that port?
You know what? If she can't breathe water, even though she knows she needs to breathe underwater for that time, One, that's her own fault. Two, we can just put her in the portable hole. She can be in there for 10 minutes before she starts to suffocate.
It would be a little uncomfortable, but you need to learn your lesson.
Honestly, yeah.
That is very true.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, all of us, in a pinch, if it's really bad, we can all get in the portable hole except for one of us. But in a pinch.
Well, yeah, whatever you want me to do.
Yeah, maybe cast it tonight. Then you can cast more spells tomorrow.
Okay. So she's going to wait until right before everyone's going to go to bed to keep it to last as long as possible. I mean, she could ritually cast it though too, so I guess it doesn't matter either way if she takes a spell slot. But
oh, you can't do it ritually? Okay, then that's fine. We can do it tomorrow morning. If she just may have wanted you to save your spell slots.
Yeah. Okay. So right in the morning, she'll ritually cast that, and then
All right. Great. Can Maeve just grab some little like orphan kid off the street, because we know she's so good with orphans, and give them a shopping list?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. I mean, with enough coin, you flash a little coin, and you're this otherworldly creature, right? So they just, what can I get you, ma'am?
Would you mind doing a little shopping on my behalf? I will make it worth your while.
Yes.
All right. I just need it by the morning, so you can do it tonight. You can do it in the morning. I don't really care. Just come back to this spot, and I'm going to give you some of the money now. And if you do a very good job, I will give you much more when you get back.
Oh, you're so kind, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, I'll do it. Let's be split. I'll be here in the morning.
All right. I'm going to give you a list so that way you don't have to worry about remembering a thing. You can just hand it to the shopkeeper and have them hand it back to you.
Perfect. All right.
All right. All right. And I'll get you a list so that way we can make our list separately.
Nice. All right. They take it, scurry off with excitement, the prospect of money and food. Okay, with that done, okay, everyone feel like they have a pretty good laydown of what you're gonna do for the morning?
I think so.
Okay. In the morning, I mean, barring anything that might not be here for some reason, the orphan will return with your change and with the items.
She'll give them 2 platinum.
What are these?
Oh, darling, don't you let anyone see those.
Oh, all right. She tucks it away.
Was quite a lot.
Oh.
You're so welcome.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
Spend it on something fun.
I know just the thing. Wonderful. Thank you.
You are so welcome, dear.
And she bolts off. To go spend this money is such a high value that she doesn't know what it is. Perfect. All right. So the rest of you find your way over to that church. I've got to sneeze. So sorry.
Bless you.
Oh, I could not get to my mute button in time.
It's fine.
All right, you find your way. Where's Atmos Isles? You find your way over to the Church of Orion, the god of law and knowledge, a lawful neutral.
Gross.
The symbol on the front is a big open tome. You find your way in, and in that inside waiting room is Lily, with a member of the clergy there. Oh, right. Well, I'm glad y'all could make it on this fine morning. You can see part of her was probably hoping, like, you wouldn't show up or you'd change your mind. Right, so, right this way. My friend, Gertie here is gonna give us a tour of the grounds. Very kind of her. And
thank you.
Doesn't speak.
Gertie.
Just kind of nods. And shuffles in her, it's almost like a monastic type clothing, robe almost, monk's robe up over her head, and with a big rope around her waist, just kind of nods, hands together in here. and gives you a very slow-ass tour for show before getting out to the crypts. And checking both ways and unlocking the door and pulling, there's, a crypt with 2 heavy double doors. She unlocks the lock and pulls the lengthy, heavy chain out of it and just grabs the handle and pulls it open for you all and Lily. And Lily turns back. All right, so when we come back, we'll just she's here every 2 hours and during the day, just not at night. We should be back with plenty of time. Of course, worst case, we can always kick the door open, but otherwise, every 2 hours she's here to check, see if we're here.
Okay.
Right? You got tea. Bertie nods to you all and heads back into the chair, or waits for you all to go in, then she's going to lock it back up.
It seems unnecessary. I can just send her a message when we arrive, but alright.
Oh, that's great. He's still just in shock at everything y'all can do.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, it's a bit of a descent, but we'll get there. It loops around a bit as we go lower and lower. We're actually going to find our way sort of wrapping around. There's more to this statue that heads down. And some old ruins and other things we were able to get goods from and sell on the way down here as well. It's all cleared out now, but here we go. And there are a series of tunnels that wind down around what appears to be a statue. Again, you could just see like the 100 feet of arms with hand, or the hands were held up like this in the air, like up in prayer, reaching out for the sky, that extend above the ground. So you're traveling this series of tunnels down and around the statue. You go by an open portion of like the face that's like 20 feet high, and you get like a chunk of the face, and it looks incredibly high detail. Whoever crafted this, it's still in perfect shape. It's not seeing the ravages of time, and it's beautifully carved with incredible detail. All right, after heading down for about 500 feet or so, you get to this area that kind of, the whole wall is collapsed. It's just removed. You can see where parts of it collapsed, and there's just this huge sinkhole, maybe a couple 100 feet across, that just drops down into the darkness. Right, so we're all linked up over here. The ropes are over here. If you're using ropes, unsure of what you can all do at this point. So I do. So I'm going to hook up, and you can come with me, or whatever it is you're going to do. And we'll head to the bottom.
Do we think we should fly down now, or should we use this sort of basic equipment? She's asking the group, not Lily.
I am to be basic in any manner. I think it's best to conserve our resources at this point.
That's fair. All right, everyone stay close then, just in case.
Okay.
All right, ropes it is. Well, you hook in like this, and she gives you a basic rundown. This one's for safety, and this extra one's for extra safety. Just let it down one bit at a time, and she hops down the side and starts rappelling down. The sinkhole doesn't go straight down. It goes down and sort of slopes off gradually to the side, so it's not like a sheer thing. Like, if you wanted to be risky or if something happened, you could probably almost slide down on it and not like splat at the bottom, but it'd be really close. It'd still be really, like, if you started tumbling, you'd be dead. If you could slide flat, you'd be okay. It slopes away from the statue, further into the center, toward the center of the island. And you all begin your descent down into here. Actually, I'll say that you reach the bottom with relative ease. This has really been run a number of times at stave. Everything's secure. as you get down, there is this rugged opening here at the bottom of the sinkhole, and it leads to a squared off carved stone frame that seems to head into another area of cave. Oh, right. I'm sorry. After you get to the bottom here, you see that this part of the cave actually looks kind of smoothed out, like in a manufactured way. It's not that natural jagged, sort of thing. It's sort of almost perfectly oval widthwise. It's very hot down here, probably about 112 degrees Fahrenheit or so. It's fairly toasty and uncomfortable pretty quickly for those that don't like the heat. You do see a number of these cracks of varying sizes in the walls, and you can hear every so often some will hiss and let out heat at seemingly random intervals. They, guide you over. All right, over here and through this doorway, and this is we'll head into the first room. As you walk, each step kicks up the ash that she was talking about. Kicks up and blends in with the air. Every so often, the vent will blow sweeps away some of the ash that billows up in the area before resting after a little bit of time. You step out and you look out to this wide open cave space that has that shallow pool of murky, dense water that spans the across this next section. This is the room that she was talking about. A few vents loudly blast out steam in this room. And you see more of this stuff get picked up and swirled around and rest. And as this dungeon-esque cave system sprawls out before you, that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Yeah.
Wow. I like to say Thaxel was
I
doing
see.
gusts, like as they're walking. She's not having that ash go up into her nasal passageways. No way. Mm-mm.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
there might have
it.
been something on that shopping list that would have helped too. So
Oh, okay.
Well,
Nice.
yeah,
You're not going to trust her gust action?
you can like I just don't want anyone following us.
I understand.
Oh my goodness, that's fantastic. I love it. All right. So for everyone that's new, I just again want to give a shout out and a thanks. To all of the raids tonight. Yeah, phenomenal. We super appreciate you raiding in and hanging out with us. Let's see. We have here on Madbird Streams a lot of content, especially D&D. As you can see here on our schedule, we have quite a bit in the 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern time slot here, as well as a 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern D&D stream on every Saturday. Tuesdays during the day from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern, you can catch Dungeon Craft with Steph and Vic, our very own Vic here, and Steph that was in chat earlier, and they they paint minis and do tile work, and the rest is just an experience. Like you've got to, I don't know how to describe it otherwise. Like you just have to experience it. It's amazing and hilarious and fun. So check it out. Every Friday, Steph does Matter It with Steph between noon and 3, where you can vote on different scenes from across all the campaigns, and Steph will put it in a master vote that we get to vote on in the Discord. If you're not already a member, I'd highly recommend joining. It's a lot of fun and super inclusive and supportive. But you can also vote on these things, and Steph will draw them during that stream. Every Sunday from 2 to 5 p.m. Eastern, when we have Madbird Plays board games, it's on hiatus, and we're waiting for some hardware fixes. But keep an eye out for it. It's Vic hosts it, and it's different people each week with different tabletop board games. It's really a lot of fun. We also have recently, November, started up a Patreon. So if you're looking to support us in a monetary fashion, we'd like to guide you over to Patreon, because we love Twitch support as well. But with Patreon, even at that same $5 tier, we can give you more back, and a little more goes to us. Plus, there's a number of other fun tiers here with a lot of fun stuff. So, all right. So we are on our way over to raid our friends over at Dork Tales tonight. Please consider giving a a Caw Madbird raid as we head over there for support and branding, of course. Thank you again, everyone. If you liked what you saw, please consider following us right here on Twitch. As you see, we have tons of content. You can catch us on a bunch of other things. You've been watching Kyr's Lament, our all evil campaign. We runs every Tuesday night, 10 p.m. 20 a.m. Eastern. Have a wonderful night, everyone. We'll catch y'all soon. Bye. Bye.